Catie Embrey. Catie, kind of an unusual game. We jumped on them like we were a mad rooster or something. Had them down 19-4.
I know.
We relaxed just a hair and only scored 5 points in that second quarter. I'll let you talk about it because we played hard. It just didn't go in.
You know, I never question us playing hard. That's not something I feel like with any team I've ever coached, I have to question whether they're playing hard because, you know, they naturally, as, you know, females or, you know, high achievers, they want to please. But I do question our maturity to take a lead like that and to really, you know, expand upon it, step on the gas, don't let up, and really just make sure before you go in at halftime, there's no question what's fixing to happen in the second half. And so I just think some of that is shot selection that we took. I didn't think some of our shots were the best shot we could have gotten that possession. I think we had a couple weird lineups, little different weird kind of rotations with some foul trouble. And so that's something I want to go back and look at in the second quarter and see, is there anything from the coaching staff side of things? Can we adjust and make sure we're putting the kids in the best spot to be successful? And that's something that we've got to do a good job of. And I talk about it, and it's still relevant. We're starting a sophomore. We're starting 2 kids who missed an entire year last year. Carson's only a junior. My big players off the bench are freshmen and sophomores. We still have a lot of youth. I do feel like we lined up the schedule to make it as competitive and as hard as we could so that we could go through some of these growing pains. But I still think there's growing pains to be had through this district play that we've got to learn from and get better so that when we get to tournament time that, hey, when this happens, I know how to do this now, especially with, understanding the clock and what we want. Because I even felt, at the end of that second quarter, Carson's coming down with 26 seconds. Like, I want to hold for one right there. I don't want to give them another opportunity to score. In the fourth quarter, under 2 minutes, I don't want to go full court run and jump because I don't want to give them any advantages.
Yep.
And so just, things that I have on film now that we can really go back and utilize and teach and grow from.
I had a fan ask me how valuable is film. I have my own answer, but I want you to talk about it, how South Gibson uses their film.
So we watch film every single day. Being able to not only teach it, but show them this is why I teach it the way I teach it. And so we watch film every day during our focus time. We have a 30-minute window that I get to bring them into the gym. And so we go through, we watch the clips. If that's something, if we don't have enough time, then we'll make sure we build in another 30 minutes before practice starts during fourth block. But, we are watching film and studying it all the time. I actually have on Huddle, you can look and you can tell what girls are actually watching and studying the film on their own because it lists how long they've been watching film. It'll say an hour, it'll say 10 minutes, it'll say 15 minutes. So it's just a valuable tool that if kids aren't doing it or watching it or utilizing it, and that's the other side of it is teaching them how to watch it, not just watch themselves.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they get on there and they just want to watch themselves, and I get that, but there's more to it. And you got to see, all the pieces so that you can really learn and develop your IQ as a player. And I think that's still something, with our youth, just learning the IQ of the game. And so just teaching that through film, it's huge for this team.
Yeah, some of your girls, I know, I can tell, they watch for tendencies and tip-offs that the person they think they may have to guard is going to do.
Correct.
And there's some good anticipation out there. Thought your rotations were good when you went to either run and jump or run and trap.
Mm-hmm.
The help for the helper. I saw some good help for the helper situation, but we got to do that all the time.
We've really been focusing on getting back to that run and jump style. We went zone for a little while for a couple weeks over Christmas when you didn't get to see us.
Yep.
And we'll still utilize that zone. But I just think for us and the way we're made, the way we're built, I think running that run and jump, trying to get as many possessions as we can because scoring is hard, trying to get easy possessions, easy buckets. And so really, utilizing what we can with our length and our size and our speed. And they like playing it. It's a fun way to play, especially if you can get them bought into rotating. And I do think they are bought into that. They like rotating. And so just keep working on that. And, I still think, there's easy buckets that we had on the offensive glass that we still got to keep utilizing. But I don't know, scoring, I say it all the time and people disagree, but scoring can be hard.
Yes.
It just can be trying to finish some of these shots at the rim that you're leaving short, or the open threes. Like, it's not as easy as what the college teams or whatever you may be watching make it look. I mean, it's hard for these kids. And
it really is, because in high school we can close the gaps down probably better than they do in college.
Right.
And we dribble penetrate. We did dribble penetrate. I'm going to make one suggestion to the fans. When Catie's teams, it looks like they're fixing to run and trap them. Now watch the rotation of the girl that leaves it once they make. She has to do her job, because some teams are taught to go right back to that girl that you rotated off.
We call it a fly switch. I actually learned it from Vic Schaefer when he was at Mississippi State coaching the women's team there when they were super successful. He was at a clinic, and defense has always come easy to me, natural to me, just different things. And so watching his rotations, I was like, okay, I can apply this to what we do. And then, a couple other things I didn't think about when we were talking about help side and help side rotation. When I was playing, I had two thoughts in my head. I want to get a steal, or I want to take a charge. So if I'm in help side, those are the two things I'm really trying to key on. Like, I want to bait them to throw it to the post so I can be there to steal it. If I'm too low and I can't be there, I want to bait them into throwing it over the top so I can be in position, because I'm small. They didn't see me. I want to take the charge. And so my kids, talking to the girls this week, and we really were discussing, like, what is your purpose of being in help side? It's not just taking up space. There's more to it. And they were like, oh, wow, that's like just teaching them how to think and, like, why you do this. It's not just to stand there. It's because there's purpose. Like, you are trying to get a steal. You're trying to take a charge. And again, just talking about, discipline this week. There's a difference in being motivated to beat Crockett and being disciplined to do what you got to do to actually do it. And I felt like in the second quarter, we lost our discipline. And that's why they outscored us 16-5, because we don't give up 16 points in a quarter, but we did that quarter because we lost our discipline in certain rotations.
I say focus, but focus and discipline are almost one and the same.
They are.
If you lose your discipline, you're going to lose your focus.
Correct.
And if you lose your focus, you're going to lose your discipline. Got to compliment y'all. Great job on a very good post player, Walker.
Okay,
she is good. There was a good help side, and she worked hard to get position. And we did such a good job on defense. I think we actually caused her to commit a couple of her fouls that got her in trouble.
Too. Yes, sir.
Catie, your turn to say anything to the Hornet Nation.
I thought we had a great environment tonight. So, again, just appreciate the fans coming out, and we appreciate everybody tuning in to support us. We love having the support throughout the season. I don't know. I just think it helps energize us to make that tournament run. And also it helps our fans get to know us and how our style is if you can tune in and watch us as much as you can throughout the season. And
I want to encourage them, and I know you do. Everybody that can show up to our next game. It's a big district contest.
So we're at Dyer County, which,
yes.
Look, that's where our district and region are being hosted this year. So we've got to make that travel for district, for region. So traveling to Dyer County, it's not my favorite place to go, I'll be honest.
Mine either.
It's just not.
I'll tell you sometime, not tonight, the story why I don't
I can tell you mine too, because I'll keep it professional tonight.
Yes, we both will. Catie, love having you. One of these days, we'll try to get Paul to bring us 3 headsets and mics, and you need to stay up here and do a little. Don't you do a little play-by-play with Alex one night? Would you do that?
I think I could do it. I really do. Yes, I would like to do that, just to kind of even hear, or just add a couple of, my 2 cents here and there. But that'd be fun.
Hey, there she is. You got to love her. Is always dapperly attired.
Oh, thank you.
I'm serious. I've never seen. Hair is never mussed up, yet she's one of the most active coaches around.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, we're going to have second half action. Alex is going to step back in here, and we thank Coach Embrey. We love having her, and I love talking basketball, and she does too. Alex, when you get a chance, we can sneak some stats in here. Catie and I kind of got going and talking a lot of good basketball. It's South Gibson basketball. We run a little weave outside and curl